Let's see. I believe that we're live and we're feeding out to the people, Nick. Shout out to all the people out there. I'm going to give it like a few seconds here to get some acknowledgement from someone out in the YouTube universes that the audio and everything's coming through loud and clear. In the interest of no dead air around here. Listen, you want to support the VanNoisSeur Podcast? Check out the new winter. The winter logo is out, so it's on a bunch of different. You need one of these, Nick. You would look good.
What's that green thing in the corner?
This is a doggy.
Why is there a dog in the corner of your shirt?
So, because this is the winter time, there's a van, there's mountains, it's cold, and you have your dog with you. You might, you might spray paint him green for like Christmas colors. So that's what's going on out there. I see we're getting thumbs ups and stuff like that, so I'm going to assume that we're feeding through, everyone's hearing us and audio and everything's good. I'm just going to go with that. I haven't seen any comments yet. Please feel free to comment on here, ask us questions. Because Nick and I will have a tough time figuring out what to talk about. We're very, very shy people if no one does that. Okay, hold on. Let me go into the pre-show thing. Here we go. All right. So, are you ready?
Yes, my battery's at 25% on my iPad, so I'm really hoping that...
I hope that's a big battery, because we got an hour.
If not, I got a phone.
I hope you have a little juice box somewhere. Okay, let's get this going then. All right. Welcome to the VanNoisSeur Podcast. Here we talk about all things Class B vans. Buckle up. This is going to be a blast. All right, here we go. We are live. Shout out to everyone out there. Happy New Year. Yeah, I see you're doing the same. I don't know what is that? Is that rock and roll?
I have no idea. You put that on the picture.
I'm sorry. You do this all the time. I don't know why. Are these two fingers fused together and then these two? Because you count out numbers weird too with your hands. I don't know. There you go. All right, so we're live here. This is episode number 20, and we're joined by Nick Schmidt of Sunshine State RVs, otherwise known as SSRV. Yes. Nick, what's up, man? What's going on?
How are you, Hank?
I'm good. I feel like I just saw you yesterday.
I feel like I just saw you yesterday, too.
And the day before that.
Every day, my friend.
Yes. Thanks for joining us here live. Shout out to all the folks out there. If you guys have questions or comments, like I said, hit us up with it. We'll get to it. What are you sitting? You're over somewhere at the dealership in one of your different locations. Yeah,
so I'm in the back of a Storyteller Hilt right now.
Okay.
This has a nice big lounge area, and I love the space in here. So whenever I do something like this, I come and hang out in the back of the Hilt, and it's pretty comfortable.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to start here? It's 2026.
It is. January. One of the big things, the year's ending 2025. No one really knew what to expect with Class Vs, with the market, what's going on, and then I think the year ended down for Class Bs, and I think that was not a surprise to a lot of dealers, to a lot of manufacturers. I think the goal is obviously growth every year. We ended the year up 20% from last year, even though the industry as a whole was down about 12%, I think I read somewhere. What did you just see on some stats?
I know I sent you some stats this morning. I think that, the thing I sent you was talking about deliveries, so wholesale deliveries, which
shipments,
what does that mean? Like what the manufacturers shipped out?
Correct. So what the manufacturers shipped out to the dealers like myself.
Okay, so those numbers were down a little bit overall. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was maybe somewhere between 6 and 9. But Class Bs were down like 50%. Is there a reason for that?
I think that was just that month in November. There might have been something, you know what it is. the Ram recall stopped every Ram ProMaster chassis from shipping to dealers for the entire month. Wow. And so there was no Rams that got shipped. And so a lot of these companies like Thor, Winnebago, Road Trek, the only Class Bs that they ship are ProMasters. Okay. So some of the companies like Coachman or Midwest, Storyteller, they do Mercedes, Transits, they do a lot of other brands. So they're still shipping vans. But with the absence of the ProMaster for the month, it was probably 50%. I mean, that is an accurate an accurate number.
I mean, most of what Class B vans are built on in America, I'm assuming, are ProMasters, like by a big number, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then probably what's the next biggest one? Sprinters?
Yes, Sprinter, and then Ford is a distant third, just because. Yeah. You know, I mean, how many companies that are building on Ford? Not many. No. Not many at all. I mean,
I think Ford manufactures the most vans, but there's such a high demand for those things. And you and I, we ask people all the time. When I say you and I mean me. I torture people about why don't they build on Transit, and they always say that they can't get a reliable supply of Transit vans, right? To their specs.
I mean, that's even a Coachman thing. I mean, Coachman, as big as they are and as strong as their buying power is, and as good as their reputation, they struggle getting chassis. They struggle getting that constant flow of chassis, especially when they're so strict on what they're going to build on. They're not just going to build on any spec'd out chassis. They're going to build on something that has to be spec'd out specifically for the RV. Yeah. For the way they're going to do it.
Yeah. If you're buying any of these vans, right, you want all the bells and whistles you could possibly get. Yeah. I know I do. Right, so
100%. Just like I want my car. When I buy a car, I'm buying something that has all the features and options. I'd almost rather drop down a tier and get a fully loaded car than go up a tier and get something that doesn't have a lot of the quote unquote options.
Yeah, and in my experience, when they leave out stuff, I remember I've bought something and they left out something in there, which you'll never get it. Like once it's out, you'll never get. That was so disappointing to me. I didn't even want that. I didn't want it anymore.
I bought my son his first Chevy pickup truck, and it didn't have heated seats. It came with it, but they weren't in it, and so every couple months they would call me and say, "Hey, we're waiting on your heated seats to come in. We're waiting on your heated seats. We're waiting on your heated seats." Good luck. And there was nothing.
Never get it. Okay, so we've got some questions coming in. Shout out to everyone out there. By the way, I thought that one of the reasons is that it was the holidays, end of year, maybe people were going on vacations, or I think some factories do close down for a few weeks for the holidays and stuff like that. But what you said makes sense.
They do, but yeah, the ProMaster thing is the bigger issue, just having no. But I'm glad they got lifted, because next week we have the Tampa Super Show. Yes. We're bringing a ton of ProMasters there, and that's going to be a big offering that we have are the ProMasters Road Trek with Nuvo, with Coachman, with all the brand. Well, I guess just those three brands: Road Trek, Westphalia, Coachman, and Nuvo all have the ProMaster.
Okay, cool. And we'll definitely get into that here in a second. So we've got Alvarez says, do you know when to expect to see a Ford Transit with a rear bath, AC unit, and a pop top? What say you, Nick Schmidt?
I am hoping soon. I am hoping soon. I am hearing rumblings of that exact RV. So, they always say when you're building something or when you're requesting something, you're allowed to have 2 out of the 3. You can't have all 3. There are 3 things that are being asked for there: rear bath or Transit, rear bath, AC, pop top. That's 4 things. I can get you 3 today.
I'm guessing the one you can't get right now is the pop top.
But I am hearing that we are going to be getting a Ford Transit with a pop top very, very soon.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that. I think that's something Hank's gonna be real excited about. That's something that I'm hearing is happening.
Yeah. I've been waiting for that. So if anyone's wondering, like, when I'm going to, because I bought my van from you back in 2021, I think, during COVID. I've got a Beyond from Coachman, which is on a Transit, and There's really nothing wrong with it. It's been awesome. I've loved it. It's been electrocuted by lightning and all of that.
Yes.
It's still out here kicking butt. But what I'm waiting for, the big thing I'm waiting for is a pop top, and I want to see a nice pop top on there as well. Like something I could climb up and get up in that pop top and enjoy it. So.
Yeah, and that is a big deal to have. I mean, you have to have an AC. You love the rear bath.
Mm-hmm.
Transit's the chassis you want, and you want a pop top. So, Mr. Alvarez, Mrs. Alvarez kind of hit on exactly what it is you're looking for. And we talk about it all the time. That might be the unicorn of all RVs.
Yes, and I think it would be very successful. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. As soon as I know something, I'm able to actually publish things, I will get that out there for the folks. So, Deborah says, or asks this question, no, she says, Ford Class Bs would be successful if the chassis were readily available. What's the...
I do agree. Out of all the chassis that we carry, between 19-foot Mercedes, 22-foot, 24-foot, the ProMaster, the short ProMaster, long ProMaster, the Ford Transit is the hardest one to get. The hardest one to get. I mean, absolutely. Really, the only two manufacturers that I deal with that use it are Coachman and Midwest.
Yeah.
There's no
one else I can see doing a lot of them. And Coachman has done a really good job in terms of getting chassis. But even when I talk to Nick Recchio over there, it's not that easy. And Midwest, they had very specific requirements for their chassis, right? So if I saw one of those 4 chassis in your dealership, it was like a unicorn.
Yes.
I remember I would see it, but now they are. I think you're getting a nice steady supply of those nowadays, right?
Yes, we are. From both Midwest and from Coachman. We're getting both a steady supply.
Yes. Okay, let's see. So Cheryl Walter says, "Hi from Houston. With several hundred hours of reviews and research, I have narrowed my RV's brand choice to 2, the Nuvo Plus and Leisure Wonder RL. What are your thoughts? I would like a 4-sleeper. So what do you say, Nick?
So the Nuvo Plus with the power lift bed, I think, is the true Class B. And that is something, if you want a true Class B and a 4-sleeper, 4 seatbelts, that's going to be, out of those 2, your best bet. The Leisure Travel Wonder is a B+. It's a little bigger, a little wider, a little taller. It's not going to have that true Class B chassis. It just depends on, are you fine going up a little bigger, or are you wanting to stay with the true B?
Yeah. And I think we said that on the video we did yesterday, that it's really a good idea to try to get into these vans and take a look at them. Either going down to a dealership, go to Sunshine State RV. That's my personal recommendation. But you want to get down to a dealership, someplace where you could check it out. Maybe a show like the Tampa RV Show is a good place, and see what really works for you. And if you can, get a test drive too, because everything functions. I think there's some really cool B pluses out there. But a B plus versus a B are going to drive differently. You've got different sizes and all that. And then in terms of the Nuvo, you and I, last night I published a video where you just got in the Nuvo Next. Yes, I remember this because you annoyed the living bejeebus out of me saying Next about 100 times.
Well, that is the next cool RV, isn't it?
Okay. So does, and I think that could sleep. That sleeps at. Does that sleep 4? I'm trying to.
Nope, that sleeps
it's not
2.
4.
The next.
Okay, 2.
Okay. It has that big bed in the back.
Okay, it has the big bed. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't have. It
in the front. It had that little dinette area, but that wasn't really.
Okay. It doesn't have the bed that goes up and down. Do you know if, because what does Nuvo call that? Is that the loft bed?
The power lift bed. The one in the Plus or the one in the Next?
The one, well, so the one in the Next, I think, is a set bed, but it inclines, right?
Yes. Reclining bed.
Yeah, the one in the Plus goes up and down, and then I think there is a table under there. So is Nuvo possibly going to offer that option when it comes to the Sprinter vans?
People are asking if they're going to offer the power lift bed and the in the Sprinter van. They have not answered that question yet.
Okay.
I think that would be a home run if they did, because I think people like the Sprinter van. But I don't know if there's enough room in the back to get the bed and some space underneath and to do that whole thing. I don't know. What's nice about the super high roof Nuvo Plus is that you can actually stand under that lift bed. So when that lift bed's all the way up, and if you're 6 foot tall, 5'11", you can actually stand underneath it, and that's a great feature on that.
Yeah, let me get this question from Deborah here. Let's see, we got like 6 minutes here. Me too. I'm waiting. Have been in the new Lineage Class B on the Transit, but would prefer a Coachman product. Love the shorter version.
The Coachman Pixel 1.8. We just got our first couple in. Me and Hank did a video on them this week, and super impressed with the shorter version of those. And I will tell you, I've been in the Lineages, I've been in the Grand Designs. The Coachman quality, installation, lithium, the build quality is far superior.
Yes. And of course, I'm also a Coachman brand ambassador, but I say this in all sincerity. Coachman is one of those companies out there that Coachman Class B stands 100% behind what they build.
Yes.
They will definitely take care of you. It works to get like a good dealership like Sunshine State RV and then a good manufacturer. But, I mean, ultimately, it's going to come down to you first, Nick, as the dealership. Right. If there's issues, you're going to have to help people out. But the company makes a difference.
It does. It makes a big difference on from the very beginning, the way it's built, and then through the process of how you're going to use it and the quality, the construction, and then the warranty, and then even after the warranty, the service and all that, it makes a big deal there as well.
Yeah. Cheryl Walter says, love you guys, by the way, and will only buy from Nick.
Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate
awesome.
that.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think when Cheryl comes to get something from you, she's going to need a VanNoisSeur.
I think you're right.
Yes,
I think you're absolutely correct.
I'm just trying to sell. Some.
Why are you trying to sell shirts? I don't understand this shirt obsession with you. I mean, it's not like, they're shirts. I mean, what are we doing here?
It's fun. It's fun, I think. I mean, you want a shirt with a van on it, right? You want to.
I mean, do you?
Yes, I think so. I believe that.
Interesting.
Yeah, Cheryl says, why do folks love the Sprinter? Very few places across the country should the issue arise. Oh, she's talking about dealerships and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it because they're diesel? So good question there.
In my opinion, I think some people are brand loyal, and they've always just driven Mercedes. And so now that there's, a nice Mercedes RV, they're like, I've always driven a Mercedes car. I might as well drive a Mercedes RV also because I'm loyal to my brand. So people like that. In the past, up until about 2 years ago, they have been way more luxurious than the ProMaster and the Transit.
Yeah.
Within the last 2 years, both the Transit and ProMaster have become more on par with the Mercedes when it comes to push button start, adaptive cruise, the 360 camera, the quality of the seats, the build quality, and all that. They are very much on par with Mercedes and Transit.
Yeah. And I would say, too, so if you look there, like you said, there's a lot of Class B vans built on the ProMaster. But if you look in general, like people building themselves and all that, the Sprinter vans were really the first thing. I don't think you really got the Transit vans until, what was it, like 2015, something like that?
2018. 2018 is the first time I saw them.
Yeah.
The first was the Dodge 1500, and then after the Dodge came the Chevy Express van. Then after Chevy Express, in like 05, 06, started coming the Mercedes Sprinter.
Yeah, and you'll find there's a lot more accessories and upgrades and all that kind of stuff available for Sprinter vans. But, Yeah, and I think that that's a I think it's a good question. There's definitely more Ford dealerships. There's a ton of Ram dealerships out there. I think Sprinter now. I hear that Sprinter is doing a lot more to or Mercedes to get service and stuff like that.
Yes, so like most of the Mercedes dealerships are having mobile mechanics for the Sprinter vans to help with any type of diesel issues that you do have. So if you are in the middle of Arizona, the closest Mercedes dealer to you, there's a good chance they're going to have a full repair mobile mechanic that can go to wherever you are to fix your Sprinter van.
Yeah, and also just another point on this: some people just have to have a Mercedes. I mean, it is what it is.
You just have to have a Tesla. I mean, you're the Tesla guy.
Don't get me started. I'm waiting till Tesla starts making camper vans. But
Tesla and Coachman make them together, you'll be all right.
Yeah, but when I'm at the dealership, when I talk to different people, when I answer comments, there are people who just want a Sprinter van. That's what they're into. And then there's people who just want a Transit or people who just want a ProMaster. So.
Yes.
So that's the way that goes. We got another question from Deborah here. I don't know because we've got like 50 seconds, but I'll ask the question. We'll answer it in the next thing. Can you get the double lithium on the 1.8 pixel? I'm considering downsizing to one vehicle and feel my Travato GL is a bit big for everyday errands around town. It's either GL or GI. You got 25 seconds.
I would assume it's a GL. We have a Pixel 1.8 here with lithium, and I will have the answer when we come back on if we can get it. My guess is that one battery in that 18-foot thing is going to be the max. Maybe we can finagle a smaller one, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do double, like a full, true double lithium.
In there. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here. To the great outdoors. There you go, and we're back. Okay.
Oh, that was not long enough.
No. Did you need longer to get some water or something like that?
No, I drank my water. I didn't know it was be 3 seconds.
Yeah, the 1.8's really nice. But yeah, that is a question. Like, where are you going to find that room to put extra batteries in there? Oh boy.
I'm gonna get more comfortable here.
Yeah. Cool. Then we can see some palm trees from over on that side too. So that's
look at that.
That's very nice.
I'm actually gonna lay back. I'm gonna recline.
Oh boy.
This is good. Life is good, Hank.
All right. So Lisa M. It looks like.
If I fall asleep, just call me and I'll jump back in.
Yeah, you can't take this kind of break from working. I think the only thing that keeps you up is being busy the whole time. Every time you get on a podcast, or if you're sitting down there and no one is needs you to do something, yeah, you're gone. So Lisa, I think it is, says, I want to Beyond C so bad. Can you give me an honest opinion about Li3 or hybrid or just generator and the extended fuel?
Oh, so. This is a great question. I think we can talk for the next 18 minutes and 34 seconds about this.
Right.
Because truly,
there's a lot of questions that people ask about this. Someone asked me yesterday at the dealership. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So there's not one answer for it, I mean, they're truly, the biggest question is, how are you going to use it? So are you going to go to a campground, Lisa, or are you going to be out boondocking all the time? Okay. And we'll play choose your own adventure on this. If you go to a campground all the time, the hybrid's perfect. You plug in when you're at the campground. When you're not at the campground, you can use your lithium when you're in a rest area. But if you need something longer, then you can use your generator. And then if your lithium dies, then you can turn your generator on. And if you are somewhere that you can't run a generator because of the noise, then you can use your lithium. But then if you're at a campground, you just plug right in. So I think that the hybrid is a great option. Where you don't want a hybrid, where you want a true lithium, is when you're going to be using it with very little campground, and you are going to be in places where there's no noise allowed, like where where you can't run all night with a generator, where you truly need to have a quiet van that you can turn your AC on, your fridge, your lights, and you do all that without a generator, without being plugged in.
Yeah.
That's when you really need that lithium or even double lithium package to run everything. So there's not like, hey, I'm trying to sell you an RV that's more expensive. Come buy one with lithium or double lithium or triple or quadruple or whatever. It's how are you going to use it, and then let's find the best use case for you. You know.
Yeah, and sometimes you if this is your first time doing this, you may not really know yet how you're going to use it. You mentioned cost, which is something in the equation here, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
the most affordable is just AGM batteries and a generator, but that's not is necessarily flexible. When I bought my van, it was AGM generator, right? And then I killed that AGM battery several times. And I
Did
was
the
talking.
radio kill? Did the video kill the radio star? Was that the song? What's the song?
It's just those things. You have to be really.
Video killed the radio star. What is
There's
that?
some people that. Yeah, that's I think that's like a MTV thing, man. But the thing is that works for some people, that setup. But however, for other people who you forget something or whatever, you get into trouble. I wound up putting lithium batteries in mine and having the generator, so that would kind of be the hybrid everyone's talking about. And this really comes down to whether, because I think if that hybrid setup on a diesel is going to be a little bit different, because Mercedes isn't going to let you feed into the diesel, or there's no diesel generators out there. What is the reason? Because
it's a propane generator, so you still have to have propane. Right. So the propane generator and lithium. The biggest question you want to ask about a hybrid is, can the hybrid batteries run the air conditioner without the generator being on? Because a lot of times they'll have lithium and a generator, but the lithium batteries are not strong enough to power the generator or power the air conditioner by itself.
Right.
That's the big thing.
Yeah, and then I think like on the Sprinter van, Sprinter doesn't want you really idling for a long time versus
because you'll fill that particular filter up.
Yeah. So if you've got let's say you've got a gas powered van, you can run off of the same gas tank and run a generator. So there's all these different things that I think goes into that you have to think about it. My opinion on this, having had both of them, the next van I get, I'm just going to do lithium, because as Nick was saying, if you do a lot of just boondocking, I don't stay in campgrounds that often. I really do that if I don't have a lot of time and I need to go out somewhere and in a few days do something. But most of the time I like to get in my van and just drive and make up stuff as I go. So I just want all lithium, but that is the more expensive option.
Well, really the first question I ask people when they say, what do you think, generator, hybrid, or lithium or double lithium? And I always ask, is money a issue? Because if money is not an issue and you're like, I just want the best, I just say go double lithium, you won't regret it, and you'll figure, and then that just checks every box and figures it all out. If money is an issue, you go lithium. If you're like, man, I'm still trying to save money, I don't mind having a generator, then go hybrid. If you're like, you know what, this is my budget, but I want to RV. I do not want my budget to stop me from RVing. Right. I really want to get out there and do something, then just go generator and make it work,
Yeah. And one last thing on this, I personally feel, I don't know where you're at on this, Nick, I personally feel every manufacturer should put a lithium battery in there instead of an AGM. Just put a smaller one.
So a lot of like Midwest is starting to do that. So that is how Midwest is doing it. A lot of manufacturers are starting that. Not all of them, but a lot are.
Yeah, because maybe like I don't know what the size would be, like a 120 or something. It's gonna serve you better, So that's just my thing. But lithium's gonna cost more. I don't know when that price is coming down. I hope it does very soon, and we see that.
Well, so it's not a matter of the prices are coming down. It's just lithium systems are getting bigger, so prices are going up. Where when Road Trek first started lithium in 2015, it was a 400 amp hour lithium system, and people were just happy to get a couple hours out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're getting 1600 amp hour systems, and the prices are a lot higher. So the prices are going up, but the amp hours are going up as well. If you try to get a 400 amp hour system right now, it'd be a lot cheaper.
Okay. And Lisa says, I want to boondock a lot, but the local dealership indicated I don't want lithium. Not that I'm going through them, but I want to see one. There's never a Beyond C to actually sit in. So I need to understand that. Did the local dealership tell you don't want lithium?
Well, you know why they told her? Because they don't have lithium.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Don't be logical.
No, we're not being logical here.
That's interesting that they said that. Okay.
Yeah, Lisa, can you comment what city and state you live in, and we can try to help you out.
Yeah. She also says, I'm going to get this in and then I'll go to another question. She says, I think I want hybrid, but the cost is an issue. So, yeah, I think we're narrowing down what's going on there. Yeah.
Yes.
So, probably hybrid is the way to go with that. Cheryl has a question for you. She says, question for Nick. Do you secure a particular make / model / color if you don't have it on your lot?
Yes. We can get any make, model, and color of any of the units that we sell. Yes.
Okay, very good. And Trudy says, are there 22-foot MB units, assuming Mercedes-Benz units, sold by what manufacturer? 22-foot. Yeah.
So 22-foot is Midwest MD2S. That's a standard, it's called. And the 170 extended is 24-foot. The MD2S is 22-foot. What
about outside van that you just started carrying? What's their?
Oh yeah, they're on a 22-foot.
Yeah. And then isn't that Nex? Yeah, I think you said that, right? The Nex is also 22 feet, isn't it?
The Nex is 22-foot as well. So the Nex is 22-foot. The Midwest van is 22-foot. Outside van makes their Park Edition. That's 22-foot. The Galleria is 24-foot. The Crew Mode is 22-foot by Storyteller. So there's quite a few
that out there. Yeah,
that are on the 22-foot.
I think I would love to personally see Coachman do that, but there's like a development process that goes on. When we had Nick Recchio on, he was talking a little bit about that. So, if they do it, they've got to do it right. So you might see that from Coachman, but there are other places that's available out there right now. Okay, all the way from Florida, who actually looks very familiar. I think he was in the dealership yesterday when I was there. It says, totally agree with Hank. If you go generator and for some reason the genset goes kaput, you are out of power pretty quickly with AGM unless you have healthy solar or run the engine. And he says he carries a power station as a backup, which you saw me doing when I first started.
Yes. Yeah, you carried a Jackery, right?
Yes, a Jackery. Still do. Because man, that really hurts your feelings. If you're out there and for whatever reason you killed your AGM or whatever.
Yes, that's tough.
Yeah. Tough. It is tough. I would just really like to see, like you said, there are people who are already starting to do it. Just have some lithium in there, even if it's not that big. It could be useful. So and on a camper van, people ask me about the solar all the time. There's not enough space on a camper van roof for you to have solar.
No, I mean there's some solar 2 to 3 to 400 watts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, there's just not a lot of space up there. So that's always going to be more of a trickle charger. It's not going to be so much of a power source, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you need like as close to 1,000 or over 1,000 watts as you could get.
Yes.
In order to really do something. So, I don't know when that technology is going to expand, Nick. I mean, I know I've seen people talking about solar power awnings and stuff, but I don't think we're really there yet. And you haven't seen anyone offering that.
I have seen the solar power awnings. I have not. I've seen people do extended, like solar power extensions, to where there's like a little jack on the side or front or back of their van. They can just plug in more solar panels. You know, I don't know. It's just not because of the size of the van. It's just you just can't put anything substantial up there. Now, on some Class C's, you can do 1,000 watts of solar. That's substantial. On Class A's, you can do 1,000 watts. That's also substantial.
Yeah. So Deborah says the Mercedes-Benz 170 non-extended 17 is just under 23 feet, and yes, there are several, and SSRV carries several. So there you go. Lisa says, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. They said cost isn't worth it, and they didn't have any Beyonds on their lot. So Phoenix, Arizona, I'm pretty sure that you can get vans out to Phoenix, Arizona, Nick.
So this is something cool, Hank. So 2026 started 8 days ago. We have rolled out some new offerings in our Sunshine State Elite Club.
Okay.
And one of those new offerings that I love is that we will flatbed ship any RV for free anywhere in the country.
That's cool.
So before we would drive them to our customers who were all over the country, because we get everything flatbed shipped to us.
Right.
Now we are going to flatbed ship every RV. If you call and you're in Phoenix, Arizona, you want to buy one, you pay for it, we will ship it right to your front door.
Cool.
Pretty quickly.
That's pretty cool.
The other cool thing we're offering in 26 at no charge as part of the Sunshine State Elite Club is that we're going to give 1 year of free roadside assistance with every RV.
Okay.
Nice. With that roadside assistance, and these are the two things I love, they will send a mobile mechanic within that first year to your campground to fix issues that you have if you can't get to a shop or there's not one nearby. They also have 24/7 tech support on everything on everything that it has that roadside assistance. So 24/7 tech support and mobile mechanics. So we're doing that for free on every RV sold in 2026.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. We're trying to up our offering of the Sunshine State Elite Club we really want to be the number one Class B dealership in America, Hank.
I know. I think you'll get there. And here's an idea that I had that I never told you about, and this is a perfect time to tell you while we're doing the podcast. I think it'll be nice to do a video one day where I follow that flatbed truck. Like, so let's say it's going to Lisa in Arizona. I jump in my van and follow behind and record the whole experience. You know, like it gets loaded at Sunshine and then we follow it all the way down there, man.
I got a better idea. Why don't we just snap a GoPro on the side of it and have it take a picture every hour?
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the video.
Yeah. This would be a perfect road trip for me and you to follow that thing, go all the way down there in the van.
Together?
You can, if you want, you could camp out in the van that you're flatbedding if you get the permission of the owner. Otherwise, I'll let you hang out in my van.
Yes.
Sure.
So yeah, those are just some cool things that we're wanting to do. We're just wanting to, the Sunshine State Elite Club is such a big deal because everyone that buys from us gets guaranteed 5-day service appointments. They get the tech support. They get the free delivery already. We fly them in. We teach them how to use the RV, 2 nights at a campground. So all of that good stuff we offer. But I said, how do we ramp it up in 2026? We're building a new dealership. We're going to have more RVs. We're going to have more sales staff. We're going to have better everything for our customers. But I want to just not have a better experience. I really want to offer something better for the customer when they buy. And then even for a year after they buy from us to show them that, hey, we care about you when you want to give us money. We care very much about you. But we also
a lot of money at that.
we also care about you after you give us the money, and
Yeah.
our transaction is done. We are spending money to buy this roadside assistance for you, the tech support, the mobile mechanic, all of that stuff.
Yes, Cheryl says, I knew you are my guy. I love your offer to allow an overnight stay where we can test out our rig and feel confident before we take possession, which I see a lot of people taking advantage of that offer from you guys.
They love that. Hey, I mean, you see it every day. When you're here, the people come in, they just love it.
Yeah. And they'll be able to do more of that, or it'll be even easier at the new dealership because you got spots over there, so...
Yes, we're going to be camping at the dealership on the lake, and we're going to have, I mean, dude, I was there yesterday. Me and Hank were there. There's just some cool stuff we're going to be doing out there. We're going to stock it with fish.
Yeah.
We're going to have campgrounds.
There was ducks in the lake.
There were ducks in the lake. There's going to be, I mean, there's so much stuff. So much stuff that we're going to...
It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice, yeah.
Yeah. Coachman is sponsoring a dog park, Hank.
What?
We're going to have a dog park at the new dealership, and it's going to be Coachman.
Green dogs.
There will be no green dogs at the dog park. It will only be brown, white, black. Those are
green dogs stay free. Green dogs stay free.
Those are probably the three colors of dogs: brown, white, and black.
I guarantee you will see a green dog over there.
Gold,
I think there's a yellow. There's a safe green spray that you could turn your dog green.
Are there redhead dogs? Are there like ginger dogs?
I've seen all kinds of dogs. I have not really seen a green one, but I think you could. There's like a spray or something, like a
spray.
Yeah, a food safe dye or something that you could do.
Oh my gosh! But Coachman is sponsoring a dog park. You know, Nick Recchio is a big fan of dogs. He has dogs, and he said, Nick, I want to sponsor the dog park at your guys' RV dealership.
Cool.
And a dog is their mascot. That's their logo. So it's very fitting for them to do that.
Yeah, Nick loves dogs. He's a dog dude.
He's a dog dude.
That's right. Okay, let me see. So Larkin has a question, but we've only got like 10 seconds here. So what we're going to do is after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to answer that question. And a bunch of other questions are coming in as well. We're right back here. Oh, look at that. We're instantly back here. You had zero time.
I'm going to jump on my phone. I'm at 10% battery here.
Okay, so all right. Go ahead and jump on your phone. While you're doing that, let's see here. I'm going to put up the question from Larkin. Came in late. Is Pixel 1.8 Li the same as Nova Li, including alternator and stuff? So, I know Nick is trying to switch over right now. I don't even know. Can you hear that question?
I can hear. Yes, I'm still at 10%. Yes, it's the same lithium system.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
Yeah, I see you dialing in.
I'm going to jump off my iPad.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see me?
Yeah, I see you dialing in.
How do I do this?
Okay, there you go. Okay. You're here. You're here.
Oh,
yeah. I kicked you out of the other one. Yeah, there you go. I kicked you out. And then you got to turn that thing sideways. There you go. Oh, you got it propped up. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh, man, boy. This is so much brighter and smoother.
You're doing too much chillaxing. Okay.
This is the best break I've had all day today, Hank.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Okay, so Larkin said Pixel 1.8 Li, the same as Nova, including the alternator and everything?
So the Pixel is a different floor plan. The Pixel is 18 foot, but is the Li the same? The lithium package, yes. Lithionic, 660 amp hours, 3,000 watt inverter, underhood generator, solar, BMS, whole 9 yards. Yes, the same.
Oh, cool. Okay, so they managed to squeeze that in.
They did.
Okay, cool. Any limitations on that, or there's only one floor plan on the Pixel, right? Just a rear bath.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There's only one floor plan.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There you go. Then Deborah says, to be exact, the Mercedes-Benz 170 non-extended is 22.8 feet. Yes.
I feel like you read that comment already, Hank.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay.
You did.
Well, I think Deborah's being more exact than she was before. That's what's going
Oh,
on.
well, there we go. Thanks, Deborah.
John Howell says, I'd like to see more of the van manufacturers putting an external solar plug on the side so that you can add portable solar to the system without overloading it.
The majority of ours do. I mean, I think almost all of them do, to be honest.
Yeah. So, I would like to. I'd like to see some of that too. I would even like to see maybe a solar plug up front somewhere on either side, because what will be nice is how everyone puts those panels in the windshield to keep the sun from coming in. It'd be nice to get a panel on the windshield, because the windshields of these vans are pretty big.
Good idea.
Yeah, get a solar panel right there, and then you plug it in, you get some extra juice.
That is true. The hard thing is, and that's good, because if you can find a solar panel that does two things, because storage is such a premium in your Class B, for you to be lugging around extra solar panels is tough, right? But if you can find something like if your nighttime shade was also a solar panel, that'd be great.
Yeah, there you go. And Deborah, I don't know, I'll put this up here. Deborah says, to Lisa, let me guess, they have Thors, run away, laugh out loud. I endorse that advice. Abigail Hart says, I swear sunshine sets the bar and everyone is always catching up.
There we go. I like it, Abigail. We try. We are not perfect, and I hear about it when we mess up, and I want to continue to hear about it when we mess up, because every day I want to strive for perfection. I want to try to get better every day. And there's never an excuse. Sometimes there's a reason, but never an excuse. And we really try to do the right thing. And, my 15-year-old son yesterday made a bad decision, and we had a long conversation about it. And I said, Andrew, I said, you came to me because you made a bad decision, and now you're going to change it. You're going to change. You're going to fix it. You're going to work on it and get better. And I said, making bad decisions or messing up or forgetting things, whatever it is, that's all part of life. But what you do from now on shows me who you are. And it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing with a teenager's behavior. It's the same thing with kids. Once you do mess up, once you do not meet someone's expectations, how are you going to respond afterwards? How do you handle the mad customer? How do you handle when you've messed up? What do you do at that point?
Yeah.
Do you
first you acknowledge you messed up, like you said.
First you acknowledge you messed up, you apologize, and you make it right, and then you try to make steps to not have it happen again. And so these were all customers. These are all conversations I have with customers every day, and they're conversations I have with my kids. And I want to try to help them be the best they can be, and I want to help our employees be the best they can be, and myself. I'm by no means exempt from that as well. I forget to call people back. I forget to answer emails. I get too busy, and my phone has rang 12 times since we started this podcast. I got 6 text messages, and probably 8 of those 12 phone calls will get returned today, and the other ones just won't. And I do what I can, but truly, we want to do the right thing even when it's hard.
Yeah, this is part of success, right? I mean, along with, you guys are taking on different brands, and you're becoming more and more popular. People appreciate the service that you're offering. Along with that comes, all kinds of things are going to happen. And I think this is the important part where the dealership comes in, because you are the middle person for that customer between them and the manufacturer, right? And you're the first person they're going to go to get things dealt with. And, I think that is really important to do. I think having the new dealership, it's a lot bigger. You'll have more room over there.
You want to hear a crazy story, and I'll tell the whole story in 30 seconds. One of our sales staff sold a 2020 Beyond and said it was an all-wheel drive. Assumed it was an all-wheel drive. Customer bought it, drove it home, soon realized it was not an all-wheel drive. A week later, I happened to go out of town for a week as soon as they found out, and it was hard for me to kind of solve their problem. Ball got dropped there to solve it, so then we told them, hey, we'll take it back. Let's figure out how to unwind the deal. I'm very sorry. In the meantime, we got another one on trade that was a 2021 all-wheel drive, and so they came in. We were swapping it out, and I just said, hey, we messed up. We made a mistake. I'm sorry. We swapped it out. In the middle of that, I didn't, I was out of town and I didn't call back for a couple of days. So there might have seemed like I was dodging a little bit. That wasn't what was happening, but it's just, on top, when you're making mistakes, you got to stop the bleeding. And you got to say, you know what, we're going to make this right. Whatever it costs to make it right, that's what we're going to do. And now those people are camping in their 2021 Beyond all-wheel drive, and they seem very happy. So,
good.
That's an example of where we did mess up. And then on top of messing up, I dropped the ball after one of my salespeople messed up. And then we did make up for it. And they left a very happy customer. This was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Without a doubt, things are going to go wrong. This is in life, like you said, in general, but I'm always worried about RV people who tell me that there'll never be anything that'll go wrong. I've spoken to people who told me this particular thing is perfect, nothing will ever happen to it, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, run for the hills when you hear that. Things will go wrong. It all comes down to how you deal with it. Cheryl says, oh my God, Sunshine State RV will be the number one in the U.S. In 2026. So there you go.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the Tampa show next week, Hank. We're going to be hanging out for a whole week.
Yes, I know. It's going to be fun. We'll get to see people. I don't know if we'll get to see any of the folks that are hanging out watching this live with us here, but that's the fun part for me, hanging out with the people. My job's kind of easy because I just get to hang out there.
Hank likes it when people bring him candy. That's
I'm not allowed to eat any of that. No junk food for me anymore. I am banned.
Now it's apples. When people bring him apples, Hank gets excited.
Yes. So let's see. Lisa says, I want to go through Sunshine, but I wanted to see one and went to General RV. We will maybe go to NRVC, but that's far away. I think Nick from Coachman will be at the Phoenix show in February, which I think is true. Definitely get out there and take a look at it. And I understand, from my point of view, why people do what they need to do out there. I think your point of view is a little different on that, obviously. But,
I don't want to say it's selfish. I want to say you are missing out on the best possible experience if you don't come to Sunshine.
There you go. Cheryl says, together on a road trip is a comedy we all need to see. I've been telling Nick we need to make a movie. That will be a movie right there.
You did say that.
That will be a movie. Nick he's like, oh, I cannot deal with Hank Strange for whatever period of time this is going to take. Okay, some of these things I don't want to get to. Okay, let's go to Rob says, Nick, 200K MSRP. What Class B are you buying new? So I'm guessing he says if his price is within that.
So this is, the same answer that I gave Lisa earlier on the thing. Depends on who you are, where you live, what you want to do with it, where you're going to go. I have 4 kids, 2 are in college and 2 are still at home, so I need something that fits 4 people. So I'm buying something like a Galleria 24Q or a Midwest Patriot MD4 or Storyteller Crew Mode. Other people are buying something just for them to, it just depends. You need all-wheel drive. Do you want a Mercedes? Do you need, it just depends on how you're going to use it, where you're going to go, and what you're going to do.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Nick also says, Rob says, Nick, if you go up to 250, what Class B are you buying? And he wants to know the same for me, but he needs a Coachman answer for me.
I know what Hank's buying. The brand new Coachman Beyond rear bath with the big fridge, the whole 9 yards. Coachman Beyond with the pop top, everything. Exactly. Hank, get excited, man. Tell them what's going on here.
I don't want to announce it before it exists, so. Yeah, obviously.
It exists. It's coming out. We have the first one coming. Coachman Beyond on a Ford Transit, all-wheel drive, lithium, with the large fridge, everything Coachman offers in a rear bath and a large fridge. That's what you're buying today. If you had an RV, you needed to buy an RV today, that's what you would buy.
Yes. I mean, I would. That's what I'm looking for. Pop top's very important to me. Rear bath, I think, is very functional. Now, I've been thinking, I do like the idea of a set bed and then like a storage garage underneath. The
Yeah.
issue does become, the bathroom and stuff like that. But I'm waiting for this Tampa show to look at some different things that Coachman, I think, is going to have some prototypes at the show to see what's going on there. But for me, I would like to have pop top. I really want all-wheel drive, which is what I have now. And I appreciate that. I think the Transit's very powerful. And then for me, I want my camper van to be utilitarian. I'm very much into that.
Yeah, sure.
So, and some people think that's a bad word. I personally don't think it's a bad word. I just want it to be flexible, and I could just throw things in there and, just rough and tumble it and go out and do what I need to do. So I think you have a lot of options, though, if you're going all the way up to 250.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, you can go up to almost any Mercedes. I mean, and there again, with my family, what I'm doing, I'm going Galleria 24Q or Midwest Patriot MD4. One of those two is kind of what I'm doing because I need to be able to seat four up front. That's in my stage of life where I'm at right now. That's what I'm doing now. Ask me in. My youngest son is going to be moving out in 4 years. So ask me in 5 years, and I'll tell you something. I might want to hilt that I'm in right now and say, you know what, I'm taking off in the hilt. Catch me on the flip side.
Yeah, if he keeps up whatever he's up to, I don't know. But if he keeps it up, he might be moving out tomorrow. No.
He might be moving out.
Yeah, but see, what you just said, like Lola, for example, would like our next van to have those two jump seats that you get in the Pixel. But that once again, to get those two seats up there, you're going to have to go side bath. So yeah, these are the kind of things. I haven't settled out on a thing with that. Lola, for example, wants the big fridge. I don't care. I'm fine with the little fridge or the regular size fridge. So yeah, I'm really waiting to see. But I think that's not just what I would do. That's what I'm planning on doing. Kelly says, "Are you able to disclose new Pixel 1.8 price point?" And I think that depends on what's in it, right? Or can you discuss that?
It does. If you're going 1.8, no lithium, no black wheels. But you still have everything that a Pixel offers. I think you're around the low hundreds.
Okay.
That's a roundabout price. If you go lithium, obviously you're 20 grand more. So that's just the ballpark. We actually haven't even sold one yet. We have orders for them, and we have the first two in the whole United States here at our dealership right now, and we will be selling them in Tampa. They both will. I guarantee they both will sell in Tampa. I mean, with the amount of interest that we've gotten in these Pixels, these things will be gone the first day of Tampa.
So you don't have them listed on your site yet?
We do not.
You do not. Okay, there you go.
I mean, the two you got, we just got in. I mean, we don't even. We don't have pictures of them. I mean, we did a video when there's some off the truck still filthy.
Yeah, I think we. And then did you ship them? Because everything's going down. Yeah, everything's down at the show. So yeah, stay tuned to that. But everything will be on the website if you can't come to the show. That'll be up on the website. Abigail says, "Are you guys live streaming that week at Tampa? Are you live streaming?"
We talked about doing something one day. I mean, I got some, the RV lifestyle with Mike and Jen Wendland. They've asked to set something up, and then Endless RVing has asked to come by and do some type of live stream. There's a few things.
I personally hate to live stream. Just if anyone wants to know, I just don't think the quality. From a show like that, you've got everyone is getting on the cell tower, and there's so many people at that show, and there's just so many things that go wrong, and it gets frustrating. If I get a chance, I do it. Typically, what Nick and I will do though is do like a quick video in 4K or something, and then post it up. But we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get these out in the 3 minutes we have. Cheryl says, "Are you guys coming to the Houston RV show in February?" I don't think so.
We are not.
Yes. unfortunately. There will be the Ocala show in March.
Yeah, so we're going to have over 50 or 60 vans in Ocala, March 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to have the big Coachman rally there. We're going to have 150 Coachman vans camping there. Hank, I'm really hoping you get one of the gold tickets or something, because I didn't see your name on the list because you didn't register.
Okay.
So everybody will be camping there. We're hoping to slide Hank in.
I'll just park on the side. It doesn't matter to me.
No,
I'll just drive right into the middle and park right in the middle of everything. Dean will love it. Dean will love that. Trudy says, looking forward to the show and finalizing our choice. Little nervous about accomplishing in the midst of a huge crowd.
I get that, Trudy. I mean, there's a lot going on there, and that's why, doing a lot of research ahead of time, getting there, and then, Hank's gonna be in the coachman booth. So if you go see Hank and Lola, they'll spend time with you, figure out exactly what you're looking for, help you narrow it down, and then you guys can finalize it right there. Leave a deposit, and then we can work through all the details later, to where you're not actually buying it, getting your walkthrough. You're just kind of saying, that's the one I want,
Yeah, absolutely. Abigail wants to know if you're sitting in a Nouveau.
I am sitting in a Hilt. I'll actually turn it around here so people can see.
Yeah.
This is a Storyteller Hilt. It's actually pretty big. That's why I'm sitting here right now.
Yes, he is lounging in there. Cheryl says, Hank, why do you love a pop top? Can they stay cool and warm based on the weather? I love a pop top because it gives you this extra room to sleep, especially if you've brought a bunch of different stuff with you or other people. You can go up there. So for sure, in Florida, let's say in the height of our heat and humidity, it's probably tougher, and I wouldn't use it. But traveling around the country and going to cooler places, it's a lot easier to do. And here's the big reason that I love it. When you're up in that pop top, you kind of have like a vantage point above everyone else. So if you're someplace really cool, that gives you a great view up there, especially if a bunch of people come and park real close or whatever. So for me, I just think it's a necessity.
Something else that people really like about the pop top is they can keep their pillow up there, they can keep their bed up there, they can kind of keep it separate. Then when you're done, you just close the pop top right on it, and you're good to go. And then and you can just kind of not have to make the bed up and down every night. If the weather's good, when you're ready to go to bed, pop the pop top, go to bed. When you wake up, close it down, and you got your whole bottom to kind of live in and sit and eat and hang out.
Yeah. Lisa says, I just want to see the van locally before we buy. It's just me and the husband, so we don't want jump seats. I can't wait for the Phoenix show. If Nick is there, they better have a Beyond. Yeah, if Recchio will have, I believe, and I'm not sure. I've never been to that Houston show. I guess I need to sometime point in the future go to some of these other things. But yeah, I feel like they'll have a Beyond out there. Abigail says, wow, cool. Deborah's got to run. I think we've got to wrap this up here because we've done an hour. I don't know what kind of... You're just getting comfortable, it looks like, though. So
I'm always comfortable, Hank.
Yes, yes. Listen, I think, I know everyone can't come out to the show. There will be videos. We've put up quite a few videos if you guys want to see that. I do understand folks out there who want to see the vans. That's what I would recommend. Try to get to see the vans. If you cannot see it at a dealership, maybe there are people close to you that own them. The easy way to find that out is go to the owners groups. You don't actually have to own one of these vans. If you have interest in owning, you can go, let's say, to the Coachman owners group, and you might find some cool folks in Houston who have that van that you're interested in, and
Correct.
They may come visit you or allow you to come visit them or meet you guys somewhere, and that way you get a chance to take a look at it. So that, there's a lot of different ways to do this. So lots of thanks coming in, Nick. Folks are saying they love our videos. I'm throwing all the thanks up. Big thanks to everyone for being here with us. Cheryl says, Nick, can't wait to meet you and Hank. I hope we can meet. Hank, I hope we can meet as well. Safe travels. Yeah, Nick loves meeting people. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I do it all day, every day.
Yes, that's what you're in the business of. Okay, so before we get out of here, Nick, and you go back to work, and I know it's real crazy moving everything over to the show right now. I'm going to be at the show in the Coachman Nova /Pixel booth, Lola and I, the entire week next week, starting from, I think it starts Wednesday.
Wednesday and Sunday.
Yeah, you want to give folks a quick rundown on what brands you're carrying at the show?
Yeah, so we're going to have Coachman, have Nova and Pixel. We're going to have Nuvo. So in the Nuvo display, we're going to have the Nuvo Plus with the power lift bed, the Nuvo Plus with the rear lounge, the Nuvo Light, and the Nuvo Next. Then we're going to have Midwest vans. So Midwest Automotive Designs will have the Patriot MD3, MD4, MD2. The Ford Patriot will also have Heritage MD4 and MD2. Then we're going to have the Road Trek and Westphalia. Then we're going to have outside vans, which is the first time for us to have outside vans at a show. So we're pretty excited to have the Sync Line, the Parks, and a brand new model that they just released called a Drift. And so that I've never even seen it. It has not gotten here yet. It's supposed to get here later today and then go straight to the show. So we're going to have 6 displays. And
you mentioned Nuvo, right? Because you guys have the Next and a bunch of stuff over in the Nuvo thing,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Nuvo was the second one I mentioned. The Plus, the Light, the power lift bed, the rear lounge, and the Next.
Awesome. So big thanks to Nick of Sunshine State RV for coming in here. You guys reach out, go to the website, reach out to them. We'll see you at the show and also on the videos. There's tons of videos coming out. Thanks so much, Nick. Stay right there. I'm going to end the show right now. Big thanks, guys. I'll see you out there.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everyone watching. See you next week in Tampa.
Peace.